Okay, now we're going to talk about devotionals during the teacher training workshop. And typically we do these to start each day with the scripture verse on the board, but it doesn't have to be limited to that. You could do a devotion in the morning to start, and you could do another short one to start the afternoon session or right after a break. And these are really important. We don't want you to skip over this, even though we're always fighting for time when we're training, and it's hard to carve out time to do devotions each day. But it's really so important to be able to continually explain the why of the teacher training workshop, the why of the literacy ministry, why we are doing this, why we are giving of our time, why we're volunteering without getting paid, why we're crossing rivers that are risen from the rain, why we're making all these sacrifices. And it's really the biblical basis that grounds us and that motivates us and that keeps us encouraged. So your teachers will inevitably face several discouragements along the way, but being sent out with this clear understanding that this is the mission that God's called them to. This is a way they can serve their Lord and their Creator and serve His people. And this is a way that they can honor and glorify God. So that biblical basis is so important. So that's why we really emphasize the devotionals. And the other thing that we do during teacher training workshops are literacy songs. And that's something that we encourage in all of our literacy ministries. And that starts right away in the teacher training workshop. So how have you guys seen literacy songs help in a workshop scenario?
We have found, at least in the Creole primer, the Spanish primer, that songs are in the back of book 2. And we have found that this helps to change the pace of the class. They're working on the 5 different steps. Now they have a little bit of a change in which they can sing something that they are familiar with. And we have found that they are usually excellent singers. They excel in that. They feel good about singing. And it's just a fun thing to do during your class.
Yeah, there can be a lot of sitting that goes on in a teacher training workshop. And so a song is a chance to get everybody up and get them moving and dancing around in some cases. Do you guys dance in your...
They clap.
Clap.
Okay, fair enough. So take advantage of that opportunity to really get people up and moving and clapping and singing. It really helps to break up some of the monotony of learning the 5 steps and repeating the 5 steps. And the writing section, all of that can become kind of tedious because we need to go over it over and over again. The only other thing I'll say about literacy songs is one of the easiest ways to create a literacy song is to take a well-known melody that's known by almost everybody in that local context and just change the words to make them literacy related. So for instance, there was a group that trained with us from the southern part of Africa. There are different people from different countries in the Southern Africa region, and they came up with a literacy song based around a popular song that almost everybody knew in that region. And the song was, There's no one like Jesus. I don't know if you've heard it, but it's real simple, it's real catchy. There's no one like Jesus. There's no one like him. And they changed that to, the Bible's the word of my Jesus. The Bible's the word of my Lord. And then the last line is, so read it and write it and pray. So I'm not tuned up, so that's not the best rendition of that. But just changing the words to that song that everybody knew, instantly everybody could sing it. They were all excited, they're all clapping because it was a known tune, but you've injected these literacy ministry words to that song and made it something that can be kind of a rally cry for the teachers and something you can sing at the workshop as well.